Don't be quick to run out of it. What you need is much knowledge. You will definitely lose money. But what makes it very interesting is that if you have knowledge, the gain will be more than the losses. Because let me tell you this today. Whether forex or cryptocurrency, they will always do like this. Is anybody listening to me? They will always do what? They will always do like this. Now, when you have a very good risk management, when you don't throw in all your capital at once, let's say you buy a particular coin when it is $5 and it goes down to 2.5. You bring in some of your capital, you buy at 2.5. Let's say you buy you bought one unit when it was $5. Now, when it was 2.5, you bought another unit. Is that not so? Now you have 2 units. Those 2 units cost you how much? 7.5. 7.5 divided by 2 is how much? About 3.7 something, right? About 3.7 something. Now, if that coin rise back to $4, are you going to be in losses or in profit? Are you going to be in losses or in profit? You're going to be in profit. You bought at, they call it cost averaging. But you know what many of us do? When we have 100,000 naira, we buy with all the 100,000 naira we have. And we are now waiting. Now, instead of the thing going up, based on the forecast, based on what all the cryptocurrency influencers, you know, most of those guys you follow on Facebook don't know that they are making money from you. Many of you don't know that they are making a lot of money from you. When you follow them and they ask you to buy some coins, do you know that some of the people who own those coins have actually paid them to actually market their coins on their behalf? So by the time they deceive you, tell you some of those things that you want to hear, and you bring your life savings and pump it into it, 1 month, 2 months down the line, what they promised that will go up is now going down. Now, they bid not to lose everything. Something you bought at 100 naira, you now sell it at 20 naira. Now you have lost how much? You lost 80 naira. But if you can practice the principle of risk management very well, as a matter of fact, if you have 10 naira, don't buy, whether it's stock or forex, use 1 or 10% of your capital base. Go into it. If you have knowledge, you will know when the market is about to turn. Am I saying the right thing? There is always a place of knowledge. There's what we call technical analysis. How many of you know technical analysis in? Yeah. There's what we call technical analysis. Technical analysis is not subject to what is happening in US. Technical analysis will show you when the market is what is about to pick up. At that bottom, bring in another 10%, you buy. If it goes down a bit again, you buy. By the time it's coming back, you realize that you are going to make a lot of money. And that's the reason why I am emphasizing on acquisition of knowledge. Don't subject yourself to pain. So much pain because of greed. I'm making money now. I can't remember the last time I lost money. But there was a time I was, in short, my blood pressure spiked. Now, I now had to sit down. I went back to the place of what? Knowledge. And began to read. And began to take it one step at a time. Invest into safe havens. Invest into coins that have the future based on their white paper. And that's the reason why I'm emphasizing on, don't come to this meeting. I'm not going to tell you to go and buy XRP. XRP has future, but the disclaimer is this: anything can happen to XRP. Is anybody listening to me? There is a coin called XRP. For some of you that are green ons, X for xylophone, R for Rebecca, and P for pastor. XRP is an altcoin, alternative to Bitcoin. It has a future. There are many of them like that has a future, but anything can happen to them. The founders, the initiator, can probably be investigated for one fraud or the other, and the whole thing will go down. We have seen coins that were $100 went down to as low as 0.0 something. I've seen a coin that was at 25, one coin that was at $25,000 and went as low as below $100. Something that was selling for $25,000 now went below what? $100. So if you are bought at $25,000 and now that is as low as $100, you are gone. You are gone. So that's the more reason why the place of knowledge is first, your first point of call. Now, blockchain are eliminating requirement of trust among individuals. I've said this before. There are many applications of blockchains. Blockchain is used for money transfer, is used for smart contracts, is used for Internet of Things, is used for personal identity security, is used in the healthcare system, is used for logistics, is used for non-fungible tokens, NFTs. Many of you must have heard that. Blockchain is used for it. It's used for government media. So there are many things. And how does it work? When you go into transaction, what it does, immediately a transaction is initiated, it is broadcasted over the P2P network. And there is always a validation process. Once it is validated, they push it into a block. They push it into a block, and by the time you have several blocks, they put the blocks together. That's why it's called blockchains. Now let me bring it down to your level. Yeah. Because if I read what is there, you will not understand. Is anybody listening to me? Now, what blockchain does is that when a transaction is initiated, what is a transaction? Exchange of values. Transaction does not necessarily mean money must what? Be exchanged. No. Transaction could be you are exchanging value. Value, somebody is giving you something for another thing. So whenever transaction is initiated, that's why it can be used in agriculture, it can be used in the oil and gas, it can be used in the earth system, earth industry. It can be used anywhere. It can be used in Redeemed Christian Church of House of Salem. Okay. Which other ministry again? Christ Embassy is already doing that. They have a token within the church that they use to exchange value. You want to buy their books within the embassy, Christ Embassy, you use that token. Now, I need to know how much of progress they have made, whether we can learn a lesson from it. Last year, we had a section like this, but we had some red flags because many of the youth that were here last year were actually demanding that we give them list of tokens and coins that they should buy. But we are afraid of telling you tokens to buy. Because if I tell you, go and buy a token like this, you might hold me responsible. And the authority might hold me responsible. And that's the more reason why I will never tell you which of the coins to buy, but I will only open your eyes to how you can know which coins to buy and how you can know which altcoins or tokens to buy. That's what this class is all about. So, coming back to what transaction is all about, that's where I was. It's transaction, exchanging value. Now, when transaction is validated, it goes on a node. When you hear the word node, node means what? A computer. It Forget all those Turenshi, all those English. It's just a computer, network of computer. One computer here, another computer in China, another computer. So it locates the nodes. Once they come into that node and validation will be taking place, they bring all of that into a block. All of this is happening within microseconds. It's not even up to 1 second. As in microseconds. You don't need anybody to ask you for your signature. You know, when you go to a banking or they will ask you sign here. Is that also? When you are paying money, it's easier to get your money into bank. But when you want to withdraw your money in Nigerian bank, what will happen? It's never easy to withdraw money. But when it comes to the blockchain system, you can actually make a deposit within split seconds. You get the money there, and when you want to withdraw within split seconds, the money is coming out. So there's no middleman bank that is asking you, oh, what's your name, where's your signature, and all that. So when all of these transactions come into node, that's the computer, it now comes into block. By the time you have block 1, block 2, block 3, and brings the block together, that's what you call blockchain. Is anybody getting something now? So it's all about transaction, mapping out transaction, and all of those transactions, they have ID. And all those transactions, if I do a transaction online now, and I tell you that I've transferred money into your wallet. Now, wallet is your bank account number, your account detail. Everyone seated here have a bank you are banking with. Is that also? You have your name, your account number. In the same vein, when we are talking of blockchain or cryptocurrency, you also have your wallet address. When I transfer money to you now, within split seconds, in less than minutes, you can confirm whether I've done it or not. But you can't do that. You can't do that. If I'm going to transfer money to somebody in the United States of America today, it might not get there in the next 48 hours. With cryptocurrency, I can transfer money, and that money gets there within 2 minutes. So the transaction is exchange of value coming into blocks, and the blocks, by the time you bring it together, you have what we call blockchain. I have to run because of time. What is a block? Just like bricks are the building block of a house, blocks themselves are the building blocks of blockchains. A block contains transaction data and other important details related to the creation of that block. So that's what blocks is all about. What is hashing? A hash is a function that converts an input of letters and numbers into an encrypted output of a fixed length. In the context of cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, the transactions are taken as an input and run through an hashing algorithm which gives an output of a fixed length. Now, just like I said, when you are banking, you have your account number. In cryptocurrency, you have your hash ID. How many of you have seen that before? Hash ID. That hash ID, if you do, let's say you've just done a transaction and you are finding it very difficult to confirm if the transaction has been done, with the hash ID, you can trace the status. You can know what has happened on that transaction. So that is what blockchain uses. What is a transaction? I think I don't need to say that. Transaction can be defined as a small unit of tax that is stored in a public record. But transaction, just have it at the back of your mind, is the exchange of values. So when you are hearing transaction, we are not only limiting it to transfer of money. It could be anything. That's why it can be used in several industries. Now, there's what we call mining. Now, there are people who mine these bitcoins. There are people who mine, they mine with their phones. I've mined with my phone before, so I've mined some coins with. But today is not the day we'll be discussing how to use phone. There are many things you can do with your phone. Many of you don't know. It's not just to take pictures. It's not just to watch, to flip from one Facebook page to the other. You can also mine. There are certain coins you can mine with your phones. But But like I said earlier on, the objective of this class is for you to be a developer. Everyone seated here, whether you read science or non-science subject, you can be a developer of blockchain, because if you want to make much money, then you must solve big problem. Blockchain is here to solve big problem, and that's the more reason I'm pleased encouraging each and every one of you, be part of this movement, be part of this initiative that the world is currently experiencing. What is mining? Mining, it is the decentralized computational process that serves two purposes. Is a decentralized, that is not centralized. It's not distributed, scattered. It's a decentralized computational process that serves two purposes. One, it creates new coins, tokens. As we are seated here, new coins are being created every day. We have over 100,000 altcoins all over the world. So there are things, there are tools that are being used to mine those particular coins. It confirms transaction in a trustful manner and adds to existing block. It is expensive. It requires high computational power and electricity. To mine Bitcoin, you need a lot of money. As a matter of fact, if you are going to have a mining machine for Bitcoin, then you probably be looking at something around $200,000. That is a mini mining machine. But if you are talking of a mega mining machine, you probably be talking of over $10 million. And for you to break even, it's going to take you many years. So I'm not here to talk about that, because I know the people I'm looking at. If I ask any of you now to go and bring $10 million to set up the mining machine, I'll wait forever. Hallelujah. I'll wait forever, because the level you are, you see, life is Turn Nigeria Limited. Turn by turn what? Nigeria Limited. A time is going to come, $10 million will not be a problem for you. Somebody didn't say amen to that. So there are people who are currently mining this Bitcoin today because they have money to purchase the machine, and they have money to also buy the source of energy that is actually enabling the mining machine to mine as many coins as much as possible. Just about 2 years ago, I met one of my Chinese friends who was looking for a site here in Nigeria where he can take the flare gas. In all these gases we flare, you can actually use it to power some mining machine in Nigeria. I'm giving you an information you can leverage on. So if you have an uncle who has an oil block, or you have somebody who can easily access companies where they are flaring gas, please go and make research on how you can use flare gas to power some of this mining machine. There's so much money there, because it's free gas. You are just flaring it. Instead of flaring it, you can commercialize it. They can pipe it such that they can begin to power the mining machine, because the power requirements for some of this mining machine is as high as 100 megawatts. It is currently powering campus of today. Maybe it's around 25 megawatts. The entire camp. Why some of these machines, the power requirement what? 100 megawatts. And the only thing you can use to power it without spending much. Imagine you are using a machine that requires 100 megawatts and you connect it to NEPA, PACN. What will happen? Your money will blow now. By the time you load and load, it will not be viable. It will not be profitable. But if you're able to locate something that is considered as a waste, in short, there are companies who are looking for off-takers. Off-takers are people who will take your gas and make it useful. They turn it. So if you have an information on that, you can even meet me. I can connect you to people like that. And you start making your money. Many of you, you don't know that being a middleman, sometimes you can make a lot of money. I hope you know that. Don't do free job. Oh. You have an information. I know you're having this one for free. You're having this information, but don't do free job. You have an information that could connect two people together. That is transaction. You know what? Because exchange. You bring them together. One has a gas that is disturbing him. He doesn't know where to put it. You can bring the person to come in connection with somebody who is looking for source of power to power his mining machine. So it's an ecosystem. It's an ecosystem that has a lot of opportunity. So it's not just only buying coins. Because what I see with many of you young people is, Pastor, which coin should I buy? Quick, what do they call it? Get rich quick scheme. That is not what blockchain is all about. Quick money making scheme. That's not what blockchain is all about. Many of you are looking for quick money making scheme. The one that will put 10 naira today, tomorrow it will turn to how much? 100. So if you are looking for quick money making scheme, then you won't get it here. Blockchain is something that if you stay on it for 5 years with intense studying, intense research, you can become a millionaire in dollars overnight because you will solve a lot of problems. How transactions are validated? How is it validated? There's what we call proof of work and proof of stake. The proof of work validates transaction utilizing a resource-intensive hashing process, confirming transaction between network, that is public miners, and write the confirmed transaction into a blockchain ledger. A very easy example I can cite. If you have seen your statement of account before, how many of you have seen your statement of account before? You see debit, you see credit. Ledger gives you all of those information. It gives you. So what we are saying is that there are ways by which you can validate the authenticity of every transaction. One is proof of work, one is proof of stake. And proof of work is you utilizing the hashing process, the ID. You bring your ID, I look at it, and I validate it. Another one is proof of stake. Proof of stake is all about validating blocks created by miners. Validating blocks created by miners, user to prove ownership. It makes monopoly difficult. And security. History of blockchain. I think I've done justice to this. Why was it invented? Why was blockchain invented? Because of the shortcomings in the traditional banking. The shortcomings, I've told you about that. I think I've talked about that. Global validation of transaction. You don't need to travel to US to validate a transaction. You can be here, you validate the transaction. If I transfer money to somebody in US, the person already received it. Now, there are versions of blockchain. One is blockchain 1.0, blockchain 2.0, blockchain 3.0. Do we have blockchain 4.0 now? Do you have blockchain 4.0? Is anybody aware of that? The last I know is blockchain 3.0. The reason why I'm asking is because something can change yesterday night. Because a lot of research is currently ongoing. I have to run because of my types of blockchain. Public blockchain. The public blockchain is the one that is fully decentralized and uncontrolled network without access permission required. Anyone can participate in the consensus process to determine with transaction blocks. Types of blockchain: consortium blockchain, public blockchain. Another one is consortium blockchain, and consortium is bringing many financial institutions together. You can also have your private blockchain, which is also meant for you. What is cryptocurrency? Which is the area many of you are waiting for me to talk about. Now, cryptocurrency is the electronic peer-to-peer currency. Electronic peer-to-peer currency, it does not physically exist. It measures against the real currency. You can use cryptocurrency against naira. You can use cryptocurrency against dollar, against cedis, against pounds. Cryptocurrency are currency that work and can be transacted on within a blockchain technology. We have heard of coins, we have heard of tokens, we have heard of altcoins. What are the differences? What are the differences? What are the differences amongst these three nomenclature? That is coins, tokens, and altcoins. Coins, it operates on its own blockchain, has its own independent transaction ledger used to transfer wealth. Now, what is token? Token operate on an existing blockchain infrastructure like Ethereum, like Solana. It operates, so coins they normally have their own blockchain system, their own block. They don't need Ethereum, they don't need. You see, tokens cannot exist. There are many tokens out there. You can Google it when you get home. But I don't want to list. Maybe if I have more time, I can see. I like some of them. But the difference is that coins have their own blockchain. They have their own technology. They don't need to depend on the technology of other people. Somebody founded Ethereum. So the person can actually make his own blockchain available for other token to come on it. So that is a market that many of you can plug into. You can develop your own blockchain, and other people will need to come and begin to put their token on it. For example, now what the Christ Embassy Church is using is token. They don't have their own block. So they actually develop their token to exist on an existing blockchain. Altcoins. Coins derived from alternative to Bitcoin. The altcoin means alternative to Bitcoin. Any coin apart from Bitcoin is called what? An altcoin. How many cryptocurrencies are out there? Over 2,000 cryptocurrencies. As at the last time I'm very sure there should be more than 50,000 by now. At the rates people are churning out cryptocurrency. Now, the top cryptocurrency, as at few years ago, we have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripples, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Cardano. Which other one do you know? Solana. Which other one? Tron. So there are many of them. I know many of you are biased on some of those altcoins. You can buy and keep buying, but please don't be emotional about buying coins, especially when you don't know much about the white paper. Don't be emotional. I've seen people who keep buying and buying. As the thing is going down, they keep buying. You only buy when you are sure of the white paper. You only buy when you are sure that that coin is regulated. If it's not really regulated, there are some Yahoo boys somewhere who are pumping and dumping it. What are the application of blockchain? It is used in healthcare. I've said that. It's used in healthcare. So many years ago, I think about 5 years ago, it was used on an MIT project. It was used on an MIT project, and that project was successful. It's used in financial services. Financial services like Barclays and Co. is used for retail services. You go to somewhere, you can buy it. I've used this before. I transfer some coins into my ATM card, and I used it to buy things on the internet. I had a card, and I transferred some coins into it, and I was able to even use it within Nigeria to buy things. It's possible. It's possible. So that is where the world is going to now. And the reason why I'm painting this picture is some of you that can see before it appears glaring to everybody. You can go into the future and strategically position yourself so that when the opportunity comes, you key into it. So you can use it for retail services. You can use it in real estate. Use it in real estate. It has been used before. If you want to research about some of these things I'm talking about, you can go to BIT Property. BIT Property, you will see where it has been used in the past for real estate. You can go to Loyal, that is Loyal, Loyal. You know, it is powered by blockchain and smart contract technology, and it's used for the retail system. So please, you can check all of this out on those websites. You can use blockchain for the transport and tourism system, for the transport and tourism industry. You can use it for media. You can use it for media. It has been used before. Just check out all of these, and you will see that the applications are many. So that many of you who are already thinking of going into writing programs, becoming a programmer, you can begin to plug into some of these opportunities. Now, I will quickly speak on Ethereum. Many of you have heard of Ethereum. It's an alternative to Bitcoin. I want to also encourage you to look at that particular coin. It's an alternative to, it's already going up, the price is already going up, but Bitcoin has the potential of getting as high as $20,000. So imagine you buy it at $3,000 or $4,000 and wait it to get to $20,000, you probably will have done 500%. 500% return on investment. It is very difficult for Bitcoin to move from 124 where it is now to as high as 300,000. It's easier for Ethereum to move. Don't say I'm not recommending. I'm only waiting. I'm only opening your eyes to an opportunity. I'm not here to recommend any coin to you. But Ethereum, I see a better opportunity in Ethereum than Bitcoin. I won't advise anybody at the moment to buy Bitcoin because Bitcoin is already at the all-time high. Any moment from now, it has started dumping a little bit. As at this morning, Bitcoin is at 113,000, right? $113,000. That's Bitcoin. It's likely to go below 100,000. Likely to go below 100,000. But what I'm trying to tell you is that go and read the white paper of some of these altcoins, some of these tokens. The applications are very important. The statement of problem. What problem are they meant to solve? If you don't know the problem they are meant to solve, please don't buy them. Because they are meant to solve a problem. If they are not solving problem, there is just one of those meme coins. And please avoid them because they will pump it and dump it and you lose a lot of money. I've told you I've lost money before, but I've also gained money. And what makes me to gain money is the knowledge I've acquired over the years. Now, what is Ethereum? Ethereum is the decentralized platform that runs smart contracts. Application that runs exactly as programmed without the possibility or downtime, censorship, fraud, third-party interference. The origin of Ethereum, it was created by Vitalik Buterin. That was in 2014. The white paper was presented in 2014, and it was aimed to make a new blockchain to support different applications that can run on blockchain technology. The current count is over 100 million hectares in circulation. Over 100 million hectares currently in circulation. Now, because I would like to take some questions, I have just 13 minutes more. Now, what makes Ethereum better? The trust. You won't have anyone coming back to you because they have misplaced their contract. The safety, I've told you before now, one of the advantages of cryptocurrency is that it's safe because the documents are kept on cryptography. Cryptography is encrypted, very, 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 very safe, very, very, except if you make your password and some of your details available. What are the concerns about blockchain? What are the concerns? The ban. Many countries outrightly ban the use of blockchain technology. It's very expensive. The bubble burst is there. Volatility is one of the major concerns. The complexity, sometimes it can be slow and very cumbersome, and it has a lot of vested interest. A lot of vested interest. Vested interest is that government are interested in cryptocurrency because they know that a lot of terrorists, a lot of bad boys, they make use of it. So a lot of time, government even come into it, buy and pump it and dump it. Financial institutions, they do it so that many of you will be discouraged. But there are many things you can do with cryptocurrency if you have knowledge about it. And that's the more reason, because of the time, I want to encourage you. Please, after today, go and make some research about what blockchain is all about. Don't follow the influencer online. Don't follow them blindly. That's what I would say. There are times they bring some coins that will eventually pump and do well. But a lot of time what they bring to you are not actually coins that you buy. And the only way you can know when to buy, when to sell, is when you have the knowledge of the white paper, when you have the knowledge of technical analysis. And these are things you will not learn within 1 month. These are things that will take you 2, 3, 4, 5 years. I'm talking from the side of knowledge. Sometimes you lose money so that your sense will, so that your head will correct. If you have not lost money before, you will keep making the same mistake. But let me tell you, there's so much opportunity in that space, so much opportunity. I would like to, please, if you have question, write down your question quickly. Everybody write down, if you have question, write it down. You have question, write it down. Blockchain and currency to do. Learn cryptocurrency and blockchain programming. That is what exactly I want you to do after now. Go and learn much about cryptocurrency. Learn about blockchain programming. Use community to nurture some currency. The more people that hear about the cryptocurrency, the better for the price. The chances will be high for any coin that is embraced by billions of people than a coin that is not known by 1 million people. If you have a coin that is embraced by 1 billion people, that coin is likely to be, the price of that coin is likely to go high. For example, if everybody starts using stone, the stone you saw outside before coming into this place, let's say everybody adopts stone as a medium of exchange of value. Before you move outside, there will be no stone outside. Is that not so? Everybody will go out and pick all the stone because value is now in the stone. So any coin that has acceptability all over the world, the price will go up. Learn the mining. I talked about mining. Then I talked about altcoin. Go and learn more about altcoin. Go and learn about mining. I think I will stop at that. Let me take some questions. You have question because of our time. You have question. Let's take the question quickly. Have anyone? Sorry, I forgot to tell you that you need to write question. Then please, we wanted to start something last year. We actually created a WhatsApp group. But we've not been able to do much because we noticed a lot of people just wanted to buy and sell. But there is something, an initiative God is bringing to us, which I want to trust God before the next 12 months, we'll be able to actualize this dream. And what is that dream? Getting blockchain developers to train some of you. Is that a welcome idea? Because, like I said, I don't want to come here and begin to tell you, buy this coin, buy this coin. You don't have the kind of money that I have that made me to survive losing money. Do you understand? I'm in the oil and gas. I've made money. You don't have the kind of money that I have that you can survive when you lose such amount of money. That's the more reason I'm taking you in the direction that will make you survive and make you make more money. So, in one of the things we are going to be doing in the next 12 months is bringing some blockchain programmers to start teaching us how to program blockchain. Because I'm trusting God that out of this place, some of you will come up with programs that will earn you billions of dollars. You are not even saying amen. No employer will pay you to be rich. Because they know if they pay you and you are rich, you will leave them. Is that not so? So they pay you what will keep you perpetually with them. No, there's no employer. No employer will pay you $1 million per week. Except if you are a footballer. Is that not so? Even footballer, is anybody earning $1 million per week? Is anybody earning $1 million per week as of today? But when you are the owner of your own technology, you know you can earn as much as that. You can earn as much as that. There's no limit. And that's the more reason why I have to change strategy. I have to alter that system. And I ask myself, what can we do better? How best can we mentor, enhance some of the skill? Because many of you, you know much about this cryptocurrency, even more than me. I'm telling you the fact. You know some of these coins. But I can tell you, if care is not taken, you will do more losses than profits. Because all those meme coins you are buying, you want to wait. You keep waiting, and nothing will grow. Any day you are tired, you forget about the password. And you are not going back. But there is so much you can do with blockchain. So much. And that's why the next 12 months we are going to be doing that. So we are going to share the I have the link, the WhatsApp group that we are going to create. Or better still, maybe we should create another group WhatsApp page for this set. Should we do that? So let's have our names and numbers. Let's have our names and number. Or can we create? You have their names and number. Can we create? Is there any way we can quickly create it now and they will join? Add them. Okay. Please. So that is our vision for the next 12 months. Is there any blockchain programmer seated here today? You're already learning how to develop blockchain. Any programmer seated here? Anybody? Anybody here who can? Anybody who? Okay, how many programmers do we have here? You're a programmer. One. Just one person. Two. Can you program blockchain? Do you have friends who can program blockchain? Oh yeah, come forward. Come forward, come forward. Now let me take.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir, for this session. So someone is saying, where do we find the white paper to read before buying a coin? And secondly, is it possible to read the term paper and then the coin dumps or drops?
Yes, it is possible to read the white paper, and the white paper looks very good, and it dumps. But let me tell you, genuine coins will dump and rise again. Do you know that when Bitcoin got to about $10,000, it dumped to as low as below $1,000. It got to 10,000, it dumped to as below as 1,000 before peaking, and now it's at 113,000. It has even peaked as much as $124,000. It has done as much as that. So what I'm trying to tell you is this. White paper only helps you to separate the boys from men. The fake from the original. Everything that you see today that they call fake, once they said there's fake, there must be what? You don't have fake 5,000 naira note. You know why? There's no original. So it is possible. You can find the white paper online. Google it. If there's no white paper available, that is even number one red flag. They are telling you to buy a coin and they are ordering the white paper. Then there's more to it. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? The white paper must be available. You must read it. You must know the applications. You must know what they are trying to achieve. The first thing you have to see is the statement of problem. Statement of problem is they will tell you what has been happening before and the challenges in that space. Take for example, let's say the banking system. And they tell you that banking system has been thriving, but there are challenges of security. What this coin is trying to do is to solve the challenges of what? Of security. Or the challenges of scalability. That with this coin, we can do this, we can do that. So that's what you will find in the white paper. Okay?
Someone is asking, sir, what's the difference between blockchain and gambling?
Gambling, very interesting questions. Praise the Lord. Is it a sin to gamble? Is it a sin to gamble? If you believe it's a sin to gamble, let me see your hand up. If you believe it's a sin to gamble, let me see your hand up. If you believe it's not a sin to gamble, let me see your hand up. Okay. The two parties are right. Let me explain, because I'm a youth pastor. I've seen where, some of my youths ask me a question. Pastor, when we play bet what? Bet Niger, we speculate that Chelsea will win Man U. In the same vein, when you buy into any of these stock, you also speculate. Is that not so? So it makes it look similar. But let me tell you, the danger in any of this is making those things number one before God. It's not that if you put your money somewhere and you say, you speculate that this person will come out superior, or you speculate that this stock will go from $1 to $10. That is not a sin. But when your heart is given to what you have done, it becomes a sin. For example, you have just played Bet Niger that Chelsea will overcome Man U. And you are in church. And your pastor is preaching. And all through the message, you are flipping through your phone. Checking live score. Or soccer what? Soccernet.com. Your mind is already attached to it. That is where the sin comes in. It's not as if when you put your money there, no. It can be a gambling and it may not be a gambling. If you do it without knowledge, it's a gambling. But if you do it with knowledge, it's what? It's not a gambling. And the reason why it is different from Bet Niger is because when it comes to football, anybody can come out victorious. Is that not so? Anybody can come out victorious. And look at the characters that played all those Bet Nigers. You don't want to identify with them. And it's very impossible for you to put your money somewhere and your mind will not be there. And that's where the danger lies. And that's the more reason why we encourage young people, go and learn the programming, the blockchain programming. When you are investing from the side of knowledge, your mind is at rest. When you are praying, your focus is actually on God. You are not flipping through your phone. I remember my early days in Forex. Sometimes I'll be preparing message and I'll be flipping through my phone. I'm telling you the fact. I'm confessing my sin. Or I'm on the stage and it's on a Wednesday. Or maybe I'm preaching. Or Wednesday evening. When they want to declare some news. You know, there's this news they always release Wednesday evening. Some of you know it. Now, my mind is not there. And I'm scattered. And that's not what God wants. So, it can be gambling when you are acting from the position of ignorance. But when you are acting from the position of knowledge, it's not gambling. Because you are putting your money there. And when you make your money, you do what? You pay tithe. Is that not so? You pay tithe. And if you are asked to pay tax, you pay tax. Anything you are not proud of, anything you cannot do based on knowledge, it is gambling. Football, all those things is not knowledge. You are just speculating. But when it comes to Forex, you can acquire so much knowledge that it's no longer gambling. But you can gamble when you are doing Forex because it's no longer from the side of knowledge. I hope I've answered your question. So it can be a gambling, and please make sure you are acting from the side of knowledge.
All right, someone is saying that, please, I've been into crypto since 2021. I get discouraged and went into Forex trading in 2023. I now have the knowledge since 2023, but no availability funds, or no available funds rather. How do you suggest I raise enough funds for that?
Okay, very good questions.
That person, okay, sorry. That person should see me. If that person is a forex trader, I'm a pro-firm influencer, so I can give, if the person has the knowledge and can prove to me that he has the knowledge, I can give the person a pro-firm account just to start up.
You can. Okay. Now, very good question and very good answer. How many of you have heard of pro-firm account before? You can buy a pro-firm account with $300, $200, $100. Pro-firm accounts, they are accounts. If you pass, they have stage 1, stage 2. If you are able to pass stage 1, stage 2, they'll give you a live account. They can give you a live account as much as $100,000. They can give you a live account as much as $300, even $1 million. And when you make profit, you have a percentage to yourself. They have a profit sharing ratio. Some have 70 to 30. They take 30, you take 70. So some young boys in this country are making a lot of money from that. So that's the more reason I'm encouraging you. You see, all you need is scout for knowledge. When you are, they can take everything away from you, but they can't take away what you have here. God never leaves any man without something, either in your head, that is knowledge, either in your heart, which is your passion, either in your hands, which is your skill, or something in your house. Like that woman in 2 Kings chapter 4. She had a pot of oil in her house, but she never found, in short, she did not know there is value in that oil. Even when the man of God was asking her, what do you have in your house? Or what do you want me to do? She said, I have nothing but a pot of oil. It was that pot of oil that saved her. So God always leaves. This is just an information. I know about Pro-Firm. I bought Pro-Firm before. I passed Pro-Firm before. And I've earned money from Pro-Firm. When you pass a Pro-Firm, so what they do is this. When you bring your $100, because he's saying he can give you a Pro-Firm. What he's saying is that he can use his own money to buy it. When you pass the first stage, you pass the second stage, some are even one stage. Some are one stage. They will not give you a real life account. And it happened in crypto too. There are crypto trading platforms where you trade crypto. You buy with $100, you buy with $200, $300. Once you are past that stage, they will now release a real life account. But what they will do is that you cannot afford to have a drawdown beyond the particular limits. They will tell you that when you have a drawdown of about 5% of the capital, they will withdraw the account from you. But at the end of the month, if you're able to make money to some. The money may be small, but start earning the small one. From the small one, you earn the big one. All of us here, we all started that way. But many of you want to blow. And that's why you have remained on this spot. Don't start with this mentality of quick money-making scheme. I want to make it overnight. No. When you do that, you fall into the traps of all this 419.
All right, sir. By the way, please, I beg your pardon. We'll not be asking all the questions, but we are going to be picking some of the strategic questions to ask. So, sir, someone is asking, in a process whereby you are on training strategic trading, cryptocurrency, and you found out your money in the wallet is decreasing, what's the step to take if you don't want to lose a lot of money inside?
I think I've answered that question before now. I said at the beginning, you must learn to control your greed. And how best do you control your greed? Risk management. You have 100 naira. Don't take all the 100 naira into the markets. Take 10 naira. If the 10 naira eventually become 13 naira, 14 naira, that's the reason why technical knowledge is very essential. If you have technical knowledge, you know at the exact point the coin is likely to retrace or do some correction. If you are somebody that is always increasing your knowledge, I can tell you, you will cut your loss. That's why in Forex, they will tell you, the professional will tell you that don't trade without stop loss. Stop loss is, as soon as it hits that point, take me out. So you are not losing sleep. You also set your take profit, meaning that at the point where you want it to get to, or your technical analysis is showing that this thing is likely to get here, you say take profit. You can take profit at different layers. So the truth is this: remove your emotion from trading. Remove your emotion from buying cryptocurrency. When you have the knowledge of cryptocurrency, that is when you should start buying. If most of the time, 90% of the time, it will obey the technical analysis. 90% of the time. But most of us don't have that knowledge. And that's the more reason we keep losing money. So what I will advise you to do, take a break in putting your money. Start trading demo. There are a lot of demo for Forex. There are a lot of demo for cryptocurrency. Demo is, you are not trading live account. While you are reading, you are testing the knowledge. While you are reading, you are what? Testing the knowledge. At the point where 99% or 95% of the time, your technical analysis aligns with the reality, you know that you are good enough to go into the market. And when you are going, don't go with the whole of your life savings. Test the market. Test the water with just 10%. By the time it corrects, you can buy the dip. By the time it corrects again, you are buying the dip, you even make more money. Do you know that there was a time I was always praying, let there be correction. Because I know eventually this coin will go up. I will be intentionally praying that the market should go against me. Because once it goes against me, the bulk of my money is not in the market. But I'm not sure whether it will come here. So that's the more reason I wait it. Once it comes, I buy it. It goes down again, I buy it, because I'm sure it's going to go up. It's going to go up. So I hope that answers the question.
All right, sir. Please, can we celebrate? Thank you. All right. Now, sir, we want to ask, someone is asking, you mentioned that I could start with as high as $500,000 to start mining. But for someone starting from zero, how would you suggest I position myself? Number two, it says, what made you believe buying into crypto in 2021? Then number 3 says, if I don't have a passion for coding or development, is there any other way I can make it big in crypto?
Well, like I said, most of you don't have the $500,000. You don't have the $1 million. There are coins that people bring to you that they will tell you use your phone to mine. How many of you have seen such coins like that? But majority of them are meme coins. They don't last. The one that is trusted and tested is Bitcoin. You want to mine Bitcoin today? I doubt if you can even get it done as $500,000. But there are many things you can do. I just suggested somebody looking for gas to power his mining machine. That's one way. Another way you can also make money. By the time you have acquired the knowledge, you can begin to trade coins. Buy it when it's low, buy the dip set, both direction, if your prediction is right. So, what made me believe in buying is because of the information I gathered, the knowledge I gathered as at then. If I don't have passion for what? For coding and development, is there any other way I can make it? I will tell you that the only way you can make it is what I've just explained. Buying the dip, selling the high. Buying the dip or stacking some of these coins for the future. You can stack them for many years. There are coins that the usability is still in the future. You don't need, I have some coins that have 1 million units. I've kept it there. I don't even look at it again. A day might come, it might become another Bitcoin. But I just believe that based on the white paper, one of these days, it should peak. Imagine somebody buying 1 million units of Bitcoin when it was 0.1. When it was $0.1. How much will the person be selling today? So there is so much opportunity in that. The only way you can make money apart from developing is buying, keep it, not the one that you want to make money overnight. If you have enough money, not your school fees, so not your house rent. I'm not saying you go and use your school fees, but many of you don't have that money now. I do money that you can use to buy and keep to sell in future. And that's the more reason I'm saying go into development of blockchain. Begin to program it because there's so much money in that space.
Please, can we clap and celebrate? Thank you, sir. Thoughts fire. I know that we've been learning. Okay, sir, someone is asking, I have heard the word bull run from many cryptocurrency users. Can you please expatiate? I also learned it means a particular time when coin prices go high. Can you please explain, sir?
What is the opposite of bull run? Bear. So it's just as simple as bull run is peaking. Market is green again. Prices are peaking. Bear run is when it's going down. It's as simple as that. So when you hear bull run, be very careful. Because the best time to buy is when it is bearish. When the thing has come down. But unfortunately, many of you are buying when it's bull run. Some of those people are kept telling you it's bull run, buy. Then you use your life savings to go and buy. And 1 month, 2 months down the line, the bull has run away. And you are chasing the bull, and the bull is nowhere to be found. So please, the idea is this: buy when the price is low. The same principle of buying Nigerian stock. How many of you are into Nigerian stock? The same principle. That's why it's not a gambling when you are doing it from the side of knowledge. It's only a gambling when you are doing it from just buying for emotion and all that. Just buying because people say you should buy. But if you are buying from the side of knowledge, it's not a gambling. And your concentration is intact. You can pray and still be focused. But when you are buying door, when the same brain cell that the person has, you have it. And you can learn it. And let me tell you, Nigeria has so much problem. Africa has so much problem that require blockchain. So much problem. The kind of money I've traveled around the world, and I'm still traveling, the opportunity you have in Nigeria, you don't have it in other places. You might not have the enabling environment, but the kind of money you can make here, you won't make it in UK. I've seen people who are in UK, they have to send to me, and I still have to help them, assist them. So you can be in UK and not be okay. And you can be in US and be useless. So it's not a function of I'm being US. No. Let's build a community. See, imagine we have the best 10 blockchain developer in the Redeemed Christian Church of God. There are people who pay as much the kind of money they earn, they can pay as much tithe as $10 million. Yes, tithe. There are people who can pay as much as $10 million. So imagine $10 million, because the truth is this, whether you believe it or not, God is the source of everything. God is the source of knowledge. He said, in the last day, I'll pour my spirit upon all. Did he say upon Christian? Did he say upon Christian? Upon all flesh. So the truth is that there is an outpouring of God's spirit upon all flesh. And you are part of it. So position yourself. Who told you your brain is too small to learn it? No. I'm discouraged. I'm not saying you can't buy. But you have the energy, you have the time. The only thing you don't have is what? Money. I said you need three things now. Energy, time, and what? Money. You have the energy, you have the time, but you don't have the money. For the money to come, maximize your time, maximize your energy. Put it into use. Learn this thing. Don't say it's difficult. There's nothing too difficult.
Thank you, sir. Someone is asking, I heard about Learn to Earn, but I don't really understand how it works. Can you please shed more light on it, sir?
Google it. It's online. We live in an age where life is so sweet. So sweet. As I'm saying, some people are already, they are insured. Some of them have registered. You are still asking, just go there. Learn to earn is already there. You are learning about something and they are paying you for learning.
Thank you, sir. I think this might be the last question. He said, sir, I have a question about Forex trading. I've been trading on pocket option application, but I just keep losing. Can we call that an experience? Or I should just stop and focus on crypto?
It is experience. Crypto is even more volatile than Forex. I am telling you the fact. Crypto is even more volatile than Forex. So, it's an experience. You have only, if you have lost 100,000, you've only spent 100,000 on training yourself. What I expect you to do is that sit down, begin to learn. Begin to learn, begin to read. There are many things I've shared today that all I expect you to do is just go online and begin to search for those things. By the time we create the group, I can share my slide with you. I'll share the slide. You can get some of those things, go through it, make some research. If there are, I know we have some gurus in the house as well that can also assist to answer some of your questions in the house. Because have we created the WhatsApp group? Okay, that is ongoing. Good. My major focus is to get developers out of this place. Because when we have developers, you will make more money. And when you make more money, it helps the economy of Nigeria. Not only Nigeria, it even helps the economy of the church. Except you are not ready to use your money. Some of you sing this song, this popular song. I have decided to follow Jesus. And when you are, singing the stanza, you say you spend the what? Where are you going to make the billions from? You are singing song you don't understand. When you say we will spend the billions, sit down and ask yourself, where is the billion coming from? The billions is not going to come from buying a Solana and selling it. The billions is going to come when you solve big problem. Developing the blockchain software for several applications is where the money lies. I met a young boy in Port Harcourt who developed a particular software. I said he sold it for $2 point something million. Yes. An application using the oil and gas. Sold it for that amount. So some of you, your eyes opening now. Some of your fathers, mothers that have worked in the federal parastatals, when they were leaving, they didn't even give them up to 50 million naira. So imagine a young boy who probably finished school some few years ago, developed a software and sold it for that amount. So that's the more reason I'm encouraging you. I know I can give you 10 coins. Oh, I have 10 coins, but I don't want to do that. Because I don't want to repeat the mistake of that young man who has been losing and losing. Now he's now asking the question, should he quit? Quitters are not what? Quitters are not winners. And winners are not what? Quitters. So if you are going to win in this space, you don't need to quit. Stay in there. But for now, take a break. Go into knowledge search, knowledge acquisition. When you do that and come back in the next 2-3 years, that is the reason I'm building a community of researchers, of developers, because I know there's so much money. There are young boys in Dubai now. Some of you don't know why boys are relocating to Dubai. It's because in Dubai now, you don't need to pay as much tax. There's one young guy, I won't mention his name, he's in Forex. That guy is living in Dubai now. One young guy in his early 30s. I don't know how many of you have met him before. Making millions. He trades for institutions. I think last year he said he made over $200 million for trading. Dakwa Wheels. Yeah, he knows the person I'm talking. Dakwa Wheels. He makes that kind of money. A young guy. And he's a Christian. Young guy made over 200, and this year I was told he has made much more this year.
He posted $400 million profits made as of this morning.
So, did you hear what he just said? Say it loudly.
He posted a profit of $400 million this morning on X.
So, go and check it, the Twitter. You see it there. $400 million. $400 million. I know he was trading a dollar against euro or something like that. Yeah. What?
GBP USD. That's
GBP USD. So there's so much money in this space if you can stay and acquire knowledge. I want to see some of you in the nearer future, spending your billions for Jesus. You are not listening. You are not here. I said in no distant time, I want to see you spending your billions for Jesus. So please, let's take this very serious. Don't chicken out. Don't say coding is hard. Coding is not hard. My younger brother just finished some programming stuff in the UK. He wasn't a science student. He didn't learn programming. When he told me he has gone into programming now, the last 18 months have been very, very engaging. And he just finished it now. And he came out with merit. Now, the kind of money we'll be making from, it's not going to be the same kind of money he used to make. The best industry to identify with today, should I tell you? Anything ICT, IT, anything programming, that's where. Not oil and gas. Oil and gas is good, but no. The kind of money I'm talking about is in this space. If you care to listen to me, bury your head into this thing. Acquire it. It may take you 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. But when it happens, forget it. You are there. Praise the Lord.
I think that brings us to a wrap. Can we celebrate Jesus in the life of our pastor, Pastor Muiwa Mulero? Thank you so much, sir. Please, just quickly, we want you to release prophetic words upon our lives, because we want to win, right? We all want to win, right? We all want to win, right? So first of all, before he prays for us, what do we say to him? I think we can make it loud. What do we say to him?